YouTube is monetizing small creators in 30 days. It's a trend that I've been seeing on YouTube. There's a ton of small creators using this exact title. So I looked through all of these videos, I summarized them, and today we're going to break down every single part of these videos so you don't have to watch all of the trending YouTube is monetizing small creators in 30 days videos. Okay, so the first part of their theory is similar to what I talked about the other day in my TikTok video, or the video about TikTok being banned, in that we are now moving towards this YouTube going to be more raw and not fully overly developed like it was in the last few years, and YouTube pushing out creators that are smaller and don't have the massive editing power of a production studio. And so based on that theory, they're saying that YouTube is helping out small creators. So now you have an opportunity more than ever to be able to be seen and blessed by the algorithm. Now, with that theory out the way, what are some actionable steps that we can take based on all of these videos? And the first one they mention a lot is value is key. Instead of the whole generic, hey, just niche down, instead think about this one step deeper. If you niche down, what topics or things that you can talk about in this particular niche that is extremely valuable? And so for me, when I think about this, and when I think about my career where I worked at a school, this school was having people pay, and since it was a private school, people were paying tens of thousands of dollars to get certifications. And this school taught them how to get those certifications. Now, these certifications, after they get them, they would typically be able to just bring in, like automatically by having these certifications, they can bring in like 70 to 100K starting. And these were extremely niche tech IT certifications. And if you didn't really know about this industry, then you wouldn't know how to test and prepare for all of these certifications. And the thing is, like, these are actual legit certifications that I know people who are working for the military, the government, DoD, they all have these certifications and they're getting paid really well because they know that if they get this certification, they can qualify for a certain job and they'll get that wage. So by knowing that, and by knowing that if they were going to pay 10 or 20,000, they would be set up to be able to earn 70 to 100,000 a year, then of course it's a no-brainer. And so when they are looking for content, they want the content that would teach them how to get this. And so as we bring this down into our example of our YouTube or online digital product or a personal brand, how can you create something that is extremely valuable based on your knowledge in a certain part of the world? Now, I don't want to use niche because that word, I feel like is just overly used, but there's got to be another word. And you are here sharing your expertise to help people get to that next stage that they're trying to get to. And so if you create that type of content, it's more likely to be able to be seen. Now, they also mentioned a format, and typically the format is sit down talking videos. You don't have to have it overly edited, similar to the one that I have right in front of you right now, just me talking in front of the camera, or just like a lot of my other videos that were getting thousands of views, where it's just me talking in front of the camera with the screen recording on the side, and I'm breaking down certain people's funnels, their Instagram pages, their video editing styles and whatnot. And the value is the more important part of the video. Now, they also mentioned with this strategy, consistency is really important, because as you're consistent and you're putting out these videos in a way that doesn't need a whole week of production, then you're able to churn out more content, put your face out there more, and then because of this, there is this ripple effect where it ripples into your other videos and people are starting to like your brand even more, and then they come into your ecosystem. Now, they also brushed up on having your videos look presentable, and I'll run through that really quick. First of all, if you want your videos to look presentable, have it be well lit. There's a few things that you need to do. Good lighting, good audio, and have good framing. And the simplest way to frame is just to have you dead set in the center. And then the simplest way to have your lighting really good is to be out in the sun. And the simplest way to have your audio sound good too is to have AI master your audio. And you have free access to that using Adobe tools, which is in the resources below. If you sign up for that, there's a whole list of resources that you can access. That tool is on there as well, along with a ton of other tools that I use as well to just make my process so much easier. And so if we think about this, what we have so far is good content already because it's so niche. It's taking your audience from A to B and teaching them something of extreme value. And then we have a well-presented video where it's 80% of the way to a good video. You don't need to have it professionally edited with a bunch of transitions and words popping out and B-roll and whatnot. The value of it is in the content that you're putting out. So you don't need to worry about all of this fancy production stuff. Just get your video out there. And finally, there's an emphasis on the video format and how you merchandise and package your video to put it out there. Because if you think about it, thumbnail, title, format of the video, all of this goes together in how your video is going to be perceived. And if it's not really professional or contemporary, like maybe that's a better word, because professional is not the right word. Like you don't need a massive production, but you need to have it in a way that looks like it's modern, looks like that you are in the community, whether that's through color, through font, or through just the whole presentation and the feel of it. Because if somebody is in your community, they can feel it based on just your aesthetic, how you design your thumbnail, the fonts that you use, all of that goes together, sometimes even word choice as well. And then they also specifically mention using trending titles to contribute to whatever narrative is going on right now. So for example, for this video title, I'm using how TikTok is monetizing small creators in 30 days. There's a lot of trending videos in that, and everybody that's making a video with that title is essentially in that same community of content creation and creating consistent content. And then as you're doing all that, ultimately, you want to put your own magical, unique spin to it, your experience and how you communicate yourself in a way where they can trust and believe you. Because if you really think about it, you look online, all of this information is available. Like most courses that you buy and download online is going to be available out there. The information is out there, but you're buying this course and supporting this creator because you believe this creator will present the information in a certain way and they'll hold you accountable based on this course or a cohort or whatever program you're buying from them. You're believing that they will take you to that endpoint. And in the game of content and YouTube and personal branding, all the information is actually out there already. So if you're watching this video now, I have under 1,000 followers or subs on here, and you follow my journey, you'll see how I'm going to build this channel from basically essentially scratch, because the last few months I've been playing all of this. I've watched a ton of courses. I've broken down like how people's strategies are as they are building their brand. And a lot of us really just have a problem with marketing and putting ourselves out there. More specifically, getting more views to our videos by creating content consistently in a way that's presentable and on brand with you. But anyways, going back to the beginning, this is a good time to start your YouTube channel, to start your personal brand journey, and to put yourself and cement yourself, your own presence online. So that's it for this video. Resources are in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.